simple tricks for landing remote jobs in the US. If you're looking to land a remote job specifically in the US, you're looking to work for specifically for a company in the US, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 tricks to specifically land US clients. So tip number 1, time zones. Like, I can't overemphasize this enough. Time zone is very important when it comes to niching and when it comes to targeting clients in specific regions, geographical regions or location. Obviously their buying power is higher, so understand the US time zone. Our time zone, like if you're in Africa, if you're in Nigeria, the time zone is different from what you have in the US, so you want to leverage on time zone. So I think that when it's midnight here, I think it's morning over there or evening over there, so the time zone is like the gap is very wide. The time zone we have, like between here, like I'm in Nigeria, my location, and the US. So if you want to target companies in the US, you have to ensure that you can fit into that time zone. You have to structure your life, remodel your life in a way that you can comfortably work in that time zone. That is one aspect. Another aspect is that when you understand time zone, you can understand the best time to search. So like I always say that starting out your remote job search or starting out your freelance gig, one of the easiest paths to start is to go on freelance marketplaces. Like, that's the easiest route, or you go on job boards. But sometimes landing a job through job boards at a beginner, if you're starting from scratch, can be difficult because of years of experience, expertise, and all of that. So it's easier for you to start from freelance marketplaces and gradually work your way up to applying for companies. So that's what I would advise. But this is the most important point. When you're applying for roles in the US, you're like trying to reach brands and companies in the US. When you understand the time zone, when you understand, you know the time to be searching for this company, and you know the time to be pitching to them. For instance, if you've already gone on freelance marketplace and you specifically want to target US clients, US companies, you should know that it's midnight. You should be searching, you should be up when other Nigerians or other people in Africa or people with different time zones, when they are sleeping, when people in the US are awake. That is the best time. That's the time you should be searching for opportunities. That's the best time for you to search. That way you not only reduce competition, you are sure that at this time it's mostly people in the US that will be active on these platforms at this time. Seriously, I have tried this and it has worked. You don't know how much difference, like especially at the beginning phase of a career, you don't know how much difference not sleeping. You can sleep during the day, not sleeping at the time that these people are awake. It can significantly change your career. So if you are going to freelance marketplaces, this is the time for you. This is when you need to start searching. This is time, go to all those marketplaces when people are sleeping by 12 midnight. If you're in Nigeria, by 12, by 1 a.m 2 p.m, that is when you should start searching. Because most times, I'm telling you from experience, most times are when you see US people in the US client, US brand posting opportunity because of the time zone differences. So that is what you should understand. Now, time zone, you can use it to your advantage, use it to search. That is the time for you to search, and that is also the time for you to send emails. If you are going to be cold emailing to these brands, this is the time for you to send email. And if you are looking for where to like find this company, you can go to platforms like G2, you can go to Product Hunt to search for these companies, and sending them messages when they are emails, when they are most alert. They increase the chances that they will see your message and respond. And sending them message when it's midnight, when they are already sleeping, and they have to, when they wake up in the morning, your message is not a pitch, is not the first thing they will like to look at. Do you understand? So that's one trick. This thing works. It's simple, but it works. Time zone, when it comes to niche, time zone plays a major role. So that is that. So tip number 2, niching. Like, I cannot overemphasize the importance of niching. Like, if you want to thrive in the remote workspace, if you want to thrive in the freelance landscape, you cannot avoid niching, especially if you want to attract US brands or US clients. See, niching is a big thing in the US and in the UK, but especially in the US, US brands, US companies, US clients do not joke with niche. So that's why it's like they are always looking for people with years of experience, because they specialize. Like the mindset we have in maybe Nigeria, in Africa by extension, is like, oh, I can do this thing, anybody can. No, in US, like, we have a kind of generalist approach here. Maybe you're a content writer or a graphic designer, but I discovered that people in the US niche a lot. Someone can be a writer but can just be a recipe writer. Like, that's the only thing the person will do, and they will stick to it and do it for years and become an expert. So that's the kind of person that you see in the US. Like, we say, oh, I'm a hair writer. In the US, some they will say, I am a coily hair writer. So that's how specific they are. So if you are going to, if you want to play in the US job market, if you want to play in the digital nomad landscape in the US, you cannot not niche. You have to niche. You have to look for a niche, because they believe so much. Like, the mindset there is they are looking for someone that has topical authority. And when it comes to websites, Google algorithms are looking for someone that has topical authority. That, with the rise of AI doing everything, so there's now a longing. For instance, in the content writing space, there is now a longing for human written content. So how can they appreciate a content, distinguish an AI content from a human content? Is the originality, is the endorsement of the person that is writing it. Oh, this person is an expert. If you are supposed to hire, and maybe you are looking for someone to cook, and this one is and maybe you like rice, and a particular chef is a rice expert, and you just see someone that is a regular chef, you will likely hire the one that is a rice expert, because you know that he has been doing this one thing for years and years. So obviously he's going to be more expert. So this is how it works in the US market. Niche. When you niche, you might look like, okay, it's disadvantageous to niche because you are limited to one part. No, you become an expert in that part, in just that small thing, and you'll be able to attract just the people that are in that niche, that are in that circle, that are in that industry. When you send your CV, you are more likely to get a response than someone that is in a generalist approach, and you're more likely to get higher paying gigs, higher paying jobs than someone that has a general, because you are coming as an expert, and experts are not easy to come by. So they will likely pay you far more than someone that is just looking to work for US brands, US company remotely. Then you should niche. If you are into copyright, if you're into content writing, you can decide to niche in email, cold emailing. Also, those, you have to pick a specific part, stick to it, understand it, build skill in it. That is the way to go. And trust me, you will attract the people that need the services. Forget all those other generalist distractions. You can just do that codedly, but you attract these people. So that is the second trick to attracting, US clients and, working for brands in the US. The third trick is understand the US job market. Like, the job markets in Nigeria and the job markets in the US, they are two different things, and you have to stay abreast of market trend, what is going on, like in your niche. For instance, you're a UX designer, you're a graphic designer, you're a web designer, you're a virtual assistant. You have to understand that what are the roles clients are looking for your service. What are the roles? What are they looking for? What do they expect me to do? How can I stand out? What is their need? Understand the market. What are they doing? Why do they hire VAs? Have all those understanding. That way you can be able to reach those people, meet them at the point of their need. That is very, 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 very important. Understand what is changing, and the best way for you to do this is on social media. And when I talk about social media, I really do not talk, I don't really, for this approach, I don't really recommend Instagram or TikTok or all of that. Your best social media platform to understand market trends in the US, if you're looking to attract US companies, US brand, US clients, is Twitter, X. Like, it's very important. Startup owners, especially when it comes to startup owners, brands, clients from the US that will actually work with you are on Twitter. And the interesting thing about these people in the US is that building in public has become a thing for entrepreneurs, founders, startup owners in the US. So they will always build in public, and they usually do this on X. So if you are looking to play in the remote landscape, in the freelance landscape, go to X and start building your account there, start connecting with people. First of all, the first thing you should do is go to X, create an account if you don't have an account already, then search for these people, search for the people you are trying to target in your niche. Look, by the time you follow one person, you begin to see suggestions of other people. You begin to even if you don't interact with them, at least you're able to know what is going on, because they'll always post, oh, this is what is going on. And from different people's posts, you can sense, you can understand the trend, this market trend. Okay, this is what is going on now, this is no longer applicable, this is what is applicable, so that when you are trying to now pitch to them, you know what you are selling. And when you are coming, you are coming with someone that understands the market, like you know what you're doing 100%. So that is why I would recommend, like, it's important, like, to understand what is going on, because the markets here in Nigeria, like the digital market, the remote freelance landscape, is not as popular as it is there. We don't have as many startup owners, founders that like digital, like 100% digital, going AI. So right now, most people in the US, they are AI people, are creating like loads and loads of AI tools, SaaS products. Like, is a lot now in the US. So understanding all of these technological influences in your niche, and the how, because they share most of their processes, what is being done, what they need, and this way you'll be able to provide their need, especially if you are going to be cold emailing, if you are going to be pitching. This will already frame the context to which you are going to pitch this client, because you already understand what their need is. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So the fourth trick to attracting US clients or attracting US company is, so the last tip is having a done for you approach. Like, this is what is selling right now. Like, this is one way to take your freelance career, to take your remote job search, your freelance business to the next level. If you want to transition from just exchanging time for money, like if you want to transition from just working one gig part time to like building a business, a real freelance business, this is the way to go. I've actually tried this thing once, like, but then I didn't even know it was called like this done for you stuff. And what this does is that it allows, even if you are working like on a gig for a client, allows you to like work on multiple projects and like take a lump sum, and that way you get more money for the services you are trying to provide. So what do I mean by done for you approach? Like if you are working, doing the freelance, like the digital nomad landscape in Nigeria here, maybe you are a graphic designer, you design one flyer for somebody, they pay you, and that's it. But instead of doing that, you can have a done for you approach, and this will work if you're already playing in a niche. For instance, you are a social media strategist, or you are bringing yourself as a social media strategist for AI or SaaS brand, for instance. That's what you do. So you want to have a done for you approach, that okay, you help the company, you set up social media profiles for this company, you create a social media strategy that is sure to work in a span of 3 months with audits and analytics and all of that. You're going to create a content calendar. You're going to be posting, monitoring posts, creating hashtags. You're going to also accompany images, videos, and you're going to be giving monthly reports on the growth. When you have this approach, like from zero, like the foolproof approach, like just when they just give you this contract, they can just go to sleep and know that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be taken care of by you. Because the truth is that founders, startup owners, company brands, they want CEOs, founders, as much as possible, want to take a lot of things away from their plate. They want to concentrate on closing high ticket deals. They want to concentrate on getting more subscribers, getting more people on their newsletter, getting more buying customers. So they don't want to the daily running, the daily processes of some small things, they will appreciate if it's taken away from their table. So if you are going with the approach of, oh, I will create a social media post for you, okay, who is going to come up with a strategy? They don't have time for that. Who is going to monitor the growth? Who is going to audit? So that is if you are coming with this full like done for you social media agency for SAS brand, so that's a foolproof approach. You sign the contract, they give you the deal, they can rest assured that everything is going to be fine. So I think that at this point, this is the trend now. This is what remote workers, freelance workers are using to even transition from remote work. They are using it to transition from the whole gig to gig services. They're using it to transition to owning, actually starting up agencies and owning a business. So these are the tricks, the things you can do to attract US clients, to attract clients in the US. So the major thing, like the most effective tip that I would recommend that you do is time zone. Understand time zone. That is key to attracting US brand jobs, US remote jobs. Even if you are going to be using job boards, even if you are going to be sending cold emails or using marketplaces, this is a very, very important skill. It can take you from just applying for any job anywhere, take you to where you want to be, the location you want to target. And before I end this video, it's also important for you to hone your skill. Like if you're just starting out in your career, hone your skill, go and get better. And the only way, the most effective way to get better at what you do is when you keep doing it. You keep doing it. For instance, if you're a content writer, write every day or 3 times a week. You just write. That's the way you can get better. The more you do something, the more you do something every time, the better you become at it. That's it. And the more skilled you are, the more you're able to attract high ticket clients, high paying clients. So thank you for watching this video. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions as to maybe specific ways you can target US clients or remote jobs in the US, then send me a message. Put a message in the comment box below and I'll respond to them. And don't also forget to subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel so that you know whenever I put out a new video, and so that other people can also find this content. Thank you for watching. Bye.